An NPN transistor has a beta cutoff frequency f beta of 1 megahertz. So f beta is equal to 1 megahertz and common emitter short circuit low frequency current gain beta 0 of equal to 200. It's a unity gain frequency ft and the alpha cutoff frequency f alpha respectively are. So unity gain frequency ft is equal to hfe into f beta. Okay, so hfe is our 200 only, that is equal to 200 into, instead of f beta we are going to write 1 megahertz, that is 10 raised to 6, that we will get 200 megahertz. So keep this formula in mind. ft is equal to, that is our unity gain frequency equal to hfe into f beta. Okay, and what else? F alpha, we have to find out f alpha, right? Alpha cutoff frequency equal to hfe divided by 2 pi into r pi into gm divided by 2 pi ft. Okay, so that is equal to, r pi is the resistance between base and emitter. Okay, so that is equal to hfe into 2 pi cancel out, ft divided by r pi whole divided by gm. Okay, we know another formula, gm r pi equal to beta. Okay, we know, we have to substitute this formula. So gm equal to beta divided by r pi or hfe divided by r pi. So instead of this I am going to write gm. We will get gm into ft divided by gm, which is equal to ft itself, that is 200 megahertz. Okay, by the way, f alpha will be greater than ft. Okay, so in the option if it is given something nearly equal but it is greater than our f beta, then select that as f alpha. Okay, now let's do the next question. Given beta is equal to 2, VBE is equal to 0.7, find the value of a resistance R. Okay, so I have to find out the value of a resistance R. Okay, so for that I am just going to find out our VR. Now what is VR? VR is equal to 12.7. I am traveling from here. Okay, so 12.7 minus VBE minus VBC. This is the emitter, this is the base, this is the collector. Okay, so VBC is shorted, so VBC will be equal to 0. That is our VR. So VR equal to 12.7 minus 0.7, which is 12 volt. Okay, so VR equal to I, this is the current IC dash, let be IC dash. Okay, so let be IR. Okay, IR into R. Okay, so what is IR? This is a current mirror circuit, so our IR will be equal to this current, our IC. I'll write the formula for the output current. Okay, that is the formula we all know. From that we will find out what is the current of, in this collector. Okay, input collector current is related to output collector current. I'll write the equation here, that is I out, that is output collector current, I out is equal to beta divided by beta plus 2 into IREF. Okay, so IREF is the current in the first collector and I out is the current through the second collector. So that is the equation for a typical current mirror circuit. So in here the IR is the IREF. So our IR equal to beta plus 2 divided by beta into IC, that is our 2 milliampere. That is beta is equal to, we have 2 plus 2 divided by 2 into, instead of IC we can write 2 milliampere, it is given, right, which is equal to 2 and 2 cancel out, 4 into 10 raised to minus 3, and substituting that over here we will get 12 equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus 3 into R, that is R equal to 12 divided by 4 into 10 raised to 3. Sorry, for 12 into, that is equal to 3 kilo ohm. Okay, so please keep this formula in mind. If this is a current mirror circuit, what happens is, this is the IREF, okay, the I reference. Please only look at the collector current. Even if it is NPN transistor or PNP transistor, it doesn't matter. If it is an NPN transistor or PNP transistor, the whole idea of the current mirror circuit is that the input collector current should be equal to the output collector current. Okay, so the equation between these two is like this, that is I out, that is the output collector current is related to the input IREF, that is by this equation. Okay, now let's do the next question. Find the expression of the source to load gain, that is I0 divided by Vs for the transconductance amplifier. So we have to find out I0 divided by Vs. So this one is Vi, right? So what is Vi? Vi is being divided between Rs and Ri. So apply voltage division principle, we get Vs into Ri divided by Rs plus Ri. Okay, and this current Gm into Vi is being divided between RL and R0. Okay, so I0 equal to, applying current division over here, we will get I0 into Vi, that is the total current, into opposite resistance, that is R0, divided by R0 plus RL. Instead of Vi, I can write Gm into Vs into Ri divided by Rs plus Ri. Okay, into R0 divided by R0 plus Ri. Sorry, RL. Now I can write I0 divided by Vs equal to Gm into Ri divided by Rs plus Ri into R0 divided by R0 plus RL. Okay, so this is the answer. Now let's do the next question. In the circuit shown in the figure, mu is equal to 50, Rd is equal to 10K. The voltage gain AV is equal to V0 divided by Vs is, okay, that is mu is equal to 50, Rd is equal to 10K, and AV we have to find out. Okay, so for a circuit like this, in a MOSFET circuit like this, our voltage gain AV is equal to minus Gm into Rd parallel Rd. Okay, so this is the equation. And what is Gm? Mu is equal to Gm into Rd. Okay, mu is given here, that is 50. Gm into, instead of Rd I can write 10K. So Gm is equal to 50 divided by 10 into 10 raised to minus 3. That is 5 into 10 raised to minus 3. And AV equal to 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 into Rd parallel Rd. What is Rd here? Rd is equal to, this is drain, this is gate, this is source. So Rd is equal to 10K, right? That is 10K parallel 10K, which will be equal to 5K. That is 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 5 into 10 raised to 3, which is equal to 25. There is a negative value also, right? So the formula to be noted here is mu is equal to Gm Rd and Av is equal to minus Gm into Rd parallel Rd. So this one is for a MOSFET whose arrangement is like this. Okay, when it is voltage divided bias or any other kind of a bias, this equation will change. Okay, so in all the biases, mu is equal to Gm Rd. That is common. Okay. Now let's do the next question. ID is equal to 10 milliampere, Vp is equal to minus 5 volt and IDSS is equal to 1 milliampere. Voltage gain AV we have to find out. Okay. So AV we know in this kind of a bias. In the previous kind the figure was like this. In here there is an RE. Okay, extra RE is there and also a bypass capacitor is also there. So the AV will be changing like this, Gm into Rd. Instead of Gm, Rd parallel Rd, small rd, instead of that we have minus Gm into Rd only. Okay, now we have to find out what is Gm, and Rd is given here, that is 4.7 K. So what is Gm? Gm for a MOSFET, the equation is 2 into IDSS divided by Vp, the absolute value. Okay, 1 minus VGS divided by Vp. Okay, if you have trouble remembering this formula, I will give another formula, then you can derive that also. Okay, I will give that formula. Okay, the formula for ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS divided by Vp the whole square. Okay, please give this formula in mind. And to find out the Gm, Gm is equal to dou ID divided by dou VGS. Just differentiate this, we will get Gm, okay, with respect to VGS. So what we will be getting? Gm equal to IDSS into 2 1 minus VGS divided by Vp into minus 1 divided by Vp. Just that we are not going to take this minus. Okay, so we will get Gm is equal to 2 IDSS divided by Vp into 1 minus VGS divided by Vp. This is a formula here, right? So you have to memorize just this formula only. We are not going to take the negative value, that's the only difference. Okay, so Gm equal to 2 into IDSS divided by Vp into 1 minus VGS divided by Vp. We have all, so please keep another formula also in mind, that is Gm equal to 2 IDSS divided by Vp, the absolute value, into root of ID divided by IDSS. Okay, root of ID divided by IDSS. Now so we get Gm is equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 5 into root of ID. Instead of ID we have 10 divided by IDSS is 1. That is our answer. We will get 1.265 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere per volt. Okay, and AV is equal to minus Gm into Rd, which is equal to minus 1.265 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 4.7 K, which is equal to 1.265 into 4.7, that is 5.9 volt minus, sorry, no unit, right, minus 5.9. Gain doesn't have any unit. Okay, Now let's do the next question. The voltage gain of the amplifier is, we have to find out the voltage gain of the amplifier. For that I am just going to draw the small signal equivalent. Okay, so to find out the small signal equivalent, we are going to short circuit all the capacitor, and I am going to look from here. This is our base. From base through base to emitter, there will be a resistance, that is our R pi, or we can write it as HIE. Okay, R pi or HIE. Then we reach the emitter, and from emitter there is a resistance RE, that is to the ground, and from we are taking the collector. This is a collector. From collector there is a resistance RC, which will be connected to the ground, and then the collector is coming here, right? So the collector current will be equal to HFE. IC is equal to beta IB, right? So this is IB. So instead of HFE, beta, we are going to write HFE. Okay, HFE into IB. So this is our V0, and here is our VI. Now V0 equal to the current V0 equal to minus HFE into IB into RC, right? And VI equal to IB into HIE plus the total current over here will be IB plus HFE into IB, right? So that is IB plus HFE into IB into RE. So I am taking IB outside, I will get HIE plus HFE, 1 plus HFE into RE. Okay. So V0 divided by VI, that is our gain. That is equal to minus HFE into IB RC divided by IB into HIE plus 1 plus HFE into RE. IB and IB cancel out, we will get minus RE divided by HIE plus 1 plus HFE into RE. Okay, so HFE is very, very large, that is HFE is large compared to 1, so I am going to neglect 1. So what we will be getting is minus RE, so this is RC, right? Sorry. Minus RC divided by HIE plus HFE into RE. Minus RC divided by I am taking HFE outside, we will get HFE into HIE divided by HFE plus RE. Okay, HFE cancel out, and RE is very, very greater than HIE divided by HFE. We will get A0 is approximately equal to minus RC divided by RE. Okay.